Let's get real. I'm about to tell you something that'll stick with you for the rest of your life. Yesterday, I sat in a coffee shop and watched a scene that explains why most men are invisible to women. There was this guy, mid-20s, good-looking, dressed sharp, focused on the woman across from him. I watched him for almost 40 minutes. He tried every move he knew, failed every time. Here's the punchline. He thought he was doing everything right. That's the problem. That's you. Almost every guy is running the same broken script. You think you're doing it right. You're not. You've been programmed to lose. Today, I'm going to show you how to rewrite that code. But let's be honest. Most men won't have the guts to do it. Here's the ugly truth. Every guy thinks he's the exception. You think you're different because you're nice or funny or you dress well. You think you deserve a different result. Doesn't matter. If your mindset is off, nothing else works. It's like trying to run iPhone apps on a flip phone. No matter how good the app is, it's never going to work. That's you every time you talk to women. Let me ask you something. How many times have you had a great conversation with a woman, felt like you nailed it, and then she just vanished? How many times have you played the perfect guy and watched her pick someone who barely tried? That's not bad luck. That's not fate. That's you playing a game without knowing the rules. I learned this the hard way. I was 20 at a party, standing in the corner. Best shirt on, manners perfect, invisible. Then there was Alex. Not good looking, broke, dressed like he lost a bet. 3 women fighting for his attention. I stood there thinking, what the hell is going on? That night, I saw something that took me years to understand. Here's the cold reality. Women don't care about your resume. They don't care about your intentions. They don't care how much you want their approval. In fact, the more you want them, the less they want you. It's backwards. The harder you try, the faster you lose. You're trying to solve an emotional game with logic. That's why you fail. Your brain got programmed when you were 5. Be nice to girls, respect women, happy wife, happy life. None of that has anything to do with attraction. You've been trained to be what women secretly don't want, a loyal golden retriever. What they want is a wolf, not a jerk, not a psycho, but a wolf, independent, unpredictable, his own man. Let me break it down. Every conversation with a woman is full of what I call tension points, moments where you can either raise or lower the emotional stakes. Most men are terrified of tension. You try to smooth everything over. She's restless, you crack a joke. She challenges you, you back down. She tests you, you try harder to please her. You're so busy chasing her approval, you don't see that comfort is the enemy of desire. Think about it. When was the last time you were excited by something predictable? When did a movie with no conflict keep you hooked? Never. Humans, especially women, are wired for emotional stimulation. They want push and pull, challenge, uncertainty. But you act like a manual. Page 1, I like you. Page 2, I'll do anything for you. Page 3, please pick me. Result, boring. Listen, I'm not telling you to be a jerk. Idiots think women want bad boys. Wrong. Women want men who are independent. Men who don't fold just because a pretty face shows up. The bad boy just happens to have those qualities because he doesn't care. You can have them too, without being a jerk. Here's a real example. You meet a woman online. She's gorgeous. Your instinct? Send something clever. Something that proves you're special. You've already lost. Why? Because you're performing. You're not expressing yourself. You're auditioning. She can smell it a mile away. So what do? You write what makes you laugh. You say what entertains you. You act like you have options. That energy is what gets her attention. That's what makes you stand out. Most men fake it. They pretend not to care while caring desperately. They act alpha but feel beta. Women see right through it. They've been watching men since they were teenagers. Their radar is better than a lie detector. You can't fake it. You have to become it. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I met a woman who made me want to rearrange my whole day just to see her. We were talking, everything was smooth. Then she said something I totally disagreed with. The old me would have nodded and smiled. This time I looked her in the eye and said, "That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day." She was shocked. Then she laughed. Then she leaned in. Why? Because every other guy just agreed with her. I was the first to treat her like a real person, not a goddess. When you put a woman on a pedestal, you force her to look down on you. She can't respect someone who worships her. Attraction needs challenge. It's biology. You can't feel desire for someone who erases all tension. Here's the biggest mistake men make. They think attraction is about addition, more compliments, more attention, more availability. Wrong. Attraction is about subtraction. Subtract your constant presence. Subtract your need for instant replies. The space you create is where desire grows. Think about your phone. If someone always replies instantly, always available, always says yes, how valuable are their messages? Not at all. What's always available is worthless. But if someone replies sometimes, disappears other times, shows interest, and then pulls back, you start wondering what they're doing. That's the position you want to be in. Here's what will happen to most men reading this. You'll agree with everything. You'll take notes. But tomorrow, your old programming will take over. You'll go back to being the nice guy. Because change takes more than understanding. It takes practice. It takes failure. It takes feeling uncomfortable. I went through it. I failed 100 times. I overcorrected. Too nice, then too cold. Too available, then vanished. But even my mistakes were more attractive than my old perfect behavior. Even when I got it wrong, women were more interested. You want to know when I finally got it? I was on a date with a stunning woman. Halfway through, I realized I was bored. Instead of faking it, I told her, "You're beautiful, but this conversation is putting me to sleep. I'm going home." And I left. She called me that night. The next day, she was chasing me. Not because I used a trick, but because I valued my time more than her looks. That's real power. That's the real frame. Most men don't get it. It's not about being cruel. It's about having standards that go beyond looks.